Mindset for Success. Hi, my name is Fan Chong. Welcome to MMMindBites. Today we have a very, very special guest. We're here at Anaheim, California at Mega Success, and here with me is a mindset coach, one of the best people I've met at these events. He is fun, he's exciting, he's packed full of energy, and is always smiling. Please welcome Reggie Batts.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Now, I have a question for you. You're an international speaker.
Yes.
You're an author. You're talking to so many different people all over the world. How do you get up in the morning every single day and talk to these people and get that energy pumped up?
Yes.
To be on stage and just be motivating, inspiring.
Well, you know, having energy and being very motivating is actually part of my brand. You know, having a great attitude, smiling, and you know, the no negativity zone, that's really part of my entire brand. How do I do it all over the world? You know, I travel all over the world. You know, I could be in Australia, I can be in Europe, I can be in America, I can be in South Africa. And one of the things I do, you know, I sleep about 4 hours a night. On average, I sleep about 4 hours a night. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m., no matter where I am in the world. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. because 4 a.m., you know, for most people, early morning is when they're their very best, right? That's where most of my great ideas come from. I have lots of energy. I'm not generally interrupted during that time, and I'm just totally focused on what I call my 30, 60, and my 90-day goals. That's the time that I really allocate for that. So you know, every morning I do something to really feed my brains. I call them vitamins for the soul, vitamins for the brain. Something inspiring, whether it's a great book, or whether it's a quote, or whether it's something from J.T. Fox, something from Tony Robbins, something just to really get me through my day. I call it my fuel. And every night before I go to bed, I know exactly what my plan of action is going to be for the next day, so that when I'm waking up in the morning, I don't have to slow down my momentum. I'm trying to create it.
Right. Now, you talked about fueling your mind. You've talked about fueling your energy and all that kind of stuff. And you're also an author. And and you just wrote that the book Mindset for Success.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's a fuel for lots of people.
Yes.
Could you explain to me what inspired you to write that book, and why do people have to get this book?
You know, what inspired me to write that book is because I didn't even know what mindset was. I really didn't even know what it was. And I've spent so much of my time, probably since the age of 21, really aligning myself with wildly successful people. And it's not the success that they have that I was really interested in. I'm really interested in what did they do, what was the road that they had to take to really make it happen. And most people that I know who are very successful, they had to go through a lot to really make it happen. But here's the common thread with all of them. One, they had a coach. And two, they had a really good mindset, right? Yeah. And I tell people all the time, if you want to become successful, even if you know whatever success means to you, once you develop that mindset of success, meaning doing the things that successful people do, the disciplines, unsuccessful people do things that, or unsuccessful people do not do the things that successful people have to do. And it's just those small disciplines. There's no secret to success. You just have to develop the right mindset and take the right action. Notice I said not action, but the right action to make sure that you're going from A to Z to really make it happen. So I'm a student of, I'm a really good student of what makes people successful. And in my book, it just talks about the disciplines of successful people, what you can do to really change your mindset to make you successful. I have several examples of people who are wildly successful that we all know about. And I wanted to know, and we did some background checks on where they were before they became a success and exactly what they had to do to really make that happen.
Now, you talked about having the right action. I believe one of those right actions for you is really to travel around the world and speak all over the world, right? Now, how do you appeal to so many different audiences, so many different cultures?
Well, you know what? One thing that I found, when I first started speaking and I started traveling all over the world, it made me nervous to really go to other countries because I wasn't sure how I was going to be received. But this is what I noticed. No matter where I go, challenges in business and the challenges that people have in life, they're exactly the same. They're different cultures, but the challenges are exactly the same. And that's why I'm able to coach people in Asia, the same way I'm able to coach people in South Africa, the same way I'm able to coach people in parts of Europe. So yes, the culture is different, and I respect the culture, I love the culture when I go to different countries, but my coaching is exactly the same because of the same challenges that people have. So people just want to be people just want significance. They want to be successful. Some people don't feel that they deserve the success. There are some cultures who teach you that your success should be very reserved and you really shouldn't put yourself out there. I'm sort of against that, not against that, but I have a contradictory statement to that, and that is, if people don't know who you are, then they're not going to want to do business with you, right? So you really have to put yourself out there. Some cultures are very reserved, but it's a lot of fun. I love people from all over the world, and I actually spend more time in other parts of the world than I do at home, which is pretty amazing.
Now, if you had the opportunity to talk to everybody in the world right now, one thing, what would that one thing be?
To talk to everyone in the world? What? Well, I think I am, because you have a pretty large following, right? That one thing would be to, I know exactly what it is, and that is, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what your past or anything that you've done in the past, it doesn't matter how much education or how little education you have, whether you were born, in poverty or whether you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, every single one of us has the capacity and the potential to be successful. Every single one of us.
That's very inspiring. Now, 5 very quick questions. One word answers.
One word answers. That's tough for me.
Well, that's a challenge, right?
That's a challenge. Let's see what you have.
All right. So, if you were part of a circus, what role would you take?
I would want to be the guy that controls everything.
Oh.
No, I don't have control issues, but I just like to be the director. Yes.
If you had a choice between not needing to sleep and not needing to eat, but still be effective, what would you pick?
Not needing to eat.
Okay. If you had a choice between, I know you skydived, right? Now, we all know about positioning and having those marketing and all that great stuff. If you get to pick one thing to take with you again to skydive to get that money shot, what would that one thing that you
to get that money shot? My book.
Yeah, that sounds good. And finally, my last question is, what is success? Now, we're all entrepreneurs, and we always have to be thinking quick on our feet, right? So there's a whole bunch of random items on these cards. You're gonna pick a card, and you're gonna tell us what is the success like on this card.
Okay, so what is success as far as what's related on what's on that card?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's on the top here.
Okay. So are you gonna show them as well?
You'll just read it out.
Okay, so what is success? How about this one? Oh, what is success?
Success is like a scarecrow. So how is it like a scarecrow?
So success is like a scarecrow, meaning you have to scare off all the negative people in your life, all the toxic people in your life, in order to have the mindset to be successful.
Awesome. Very well said.
Pretty good.
Awesome. Great.
That's pretty good. Thank you.
Now, if people want to get a hold of your book or get in contact with you, what's the best way to do so?
You can get in contact on the book. You can just go to Amazon.com, or you can go to BarnesandNoble.com, or you can just Google Reggie Batts, REGGIEBATTS, and just put Mindset for Success, and all the details will come up on that. My bio is on there, and if also you want to connect with social media, Instagram is also Reggie Batts, Twitter is Reggie Batts, and the same for Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Remember, today is the day where you can unlock your potential. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.